speed.
Speed.
The one trait I see over and over again that is clear to the people who are winners, right? The top 1%. I'm not talking top 10%, the top 1% is the speed with which they execute after making a decision.
Now, I tell this to everybody all the time, and nobody understands what I'm trying to say. I'm going to try and articulate it. Speed is extremely important in business. Everything that needs to be done must be done fast.
He came the next day. He knows how I work. That night, while I'm meeting with him, I get another call from a lawyer, from a president. He calls, hey, I got your number from this person. I've seen your stuff. I said, what do you got going on right now? He says, I'm in Boca right now. I'm doing a meeting. I said, why don't you come over right now? So you want me to come over right now? So why don't you come over right now? I'm sizing him up to see how he works. I'm busy, he's busy. He says, I haven't eaten anything. I said, don't worry about it. I'll get you food. Him and I are together till 11 o'clock at night talking. That night, I got 2 other calls I got to make. Then we get on the flight with the family, come back. Then the next day, 7 o'clock in the morning, I go to Dallas to have a meeting to make a promotion. Then I come back. But this is the schedule of somebody that's got a big vision. So you get to gauge somebody that's on it, going, versus somebody that says, yeah, how about after New Year's? Yeah, how about after this?
And so that's why I call this like end of week, right? Is that one of my biggest pet peeves is like, yeah, I can get you that by end of week. I'm like, why don't you just get it to me in an hour? Because that's how long it takes.
You tell the company it's going to take 2 weeks. No, it's not going to take 2 weeks. It's going to take 3 days. We're going to find someone else. We can't do it in 3 days. I'll find someone who can. In 2 weeks, I could learn web design and build a website. And I know nothing. So how the can you, the guy who knows websites, take 2 weeks to build a website? It's garbage. Everyone is slow.
The definition of power, as I understand it, is the gap between thoughts becoming reality. And so if you thought about an omnipotent being, right, someone who has unlimited power, as they think that thing would be, right? And so if you were to believe in a creator of some sort, then you might think, as that creator thought, the universe became, right? And so if you think that as like the ultimate scale of power, then the closer we can get to that, the more powerful we become, the more potent we are as entrepreneurs.
Like people debate intelligence, for example, right? We talk about IQ tests and all that, but I think the only true test of intelligence is if you get what you want out of life.
Speed is such a bigger aspect of business than people realize, and so when you're in do mode, you get done.
That doesn't mean it has to be done cheap or it means it has to be done quickly. The key with business is to make sure you're always moving forward. Speed is important. Nothing can be slow.
If you can get things done end of day, right, rather than end of week, you are literally speeding up the organization 7x. Think about that.